Ladies and gentlemen, if nothing else, Rudy Giuliani has been one hell of a laughing stock in this whole thing. Nobody is going to ever let him live down this runny hair dye incident in front of the news media, running down both sides of his head. I mean, what a joke. Well, in Congress, there is a person that want to have him disbarred for attempting to overturn the elections. So this is November 24th, 2020, the Washington Post. In the 3 weeks since Election Day, Rudolph W. Giuliani has waged an unsuccessful legal battle on behalf of Trump's campaign to overturn the election results. Giuliani's bizarre news conferences and literal meltdowns became fodder for late night talk show hosts, while his even more bizarre legal arguments have prompted federal judges to unleash withering rebukes. Giuliani and the rest of his efforts of the Trump campaign's legal team won't shift the election result in the president's favor. But legal ethics, such as Scott Cummings of the UCLA School of Law, do not view the former New York mayor as harmless. People are emailing me saying this is comical, and I'd say it would be comical if it weren't so dangerous, Cummings told the Washington Post on Monday in reference to Giuliani's actions on Trump's behalf. We're living through this moment where actions that should have consequences don't seem to, at least not in a way we would have predicted in the past, and that erodes trust in the system. Trump, and to a lesser extent, those in his orbit, have a track record of eluding consequences for violating democratic and political norms. Well, it's because of what they are. They're white males, and you don't want to do anything to them. Even if they're doing something wrong politically, you don't want to touch them. So, and if this country had any balls, because I was reading the articles, Trump ain't even doing any work now. Since he lost the election, he's not working at all, but he's sitting there refusing to leave office. And at that point, when he's not doing his job as president, if this country had balls, you would be packing him up and getting him the hell out of there. Who the hell needs a sitting president that's not working? But that's America for you. All right, back to this. All right, so Trump outside the White House, one congressional Democrat in New Jersey is pushing for lawyers such as Giuliani who have enabled the president to face swift and severe professional sanctions. Rep. Bill Pascrell Jr. filed complaints on Friday in 5 states against Giuliani and 22 other lawyers working with the Trump campaign, calling for them to be stripped of their law license for filing frivolous lawsuits and alleging engaging in conduct involving dishonesty, fraud, deceit, and misrepresentation. Wow. I wonder if that includes Daniel Cameron. This congressmen want their law license stripped. All of them involved in Trump's legal team. Donald Trump has done great damage to this nation, but he has always had helpers. These lawyers are enabling his treachery and harming our democracy, Pascrell told the Post through a spokesperson Monday. He called the campaign legal team effort to overturn the election results with frivolous lawsuits, misconduct, and an affront to the rule of law. Pascrell filed grievances with regulatory and disciplinary boards within the State Bar Association in Arizona, Michigan, Nevada, Pennsylvania, and Giuliani's home state of New York. How come you didn't put Tennessee in there? I mean, you need more states, man. You didn't get enough states. How come you didn't put Kentucky in there too? Because we got Daniel Cameron. The hell? Okay, I'm gonna have to write this congressman. How you gonna leave Daniel Cameron out? Anyway, moving on. Giuliani could not immediately be reached for comment, but continued to make unsubstantiated claims of voter fraud and election theft through his daily radio talk program, WABC, on Monday. The threshold for disbarring a lawyer is high, reserved for only the most heinous instances of misconduct, and happens infrequently. In 2018, the American Bar Association survey on lawyer discipline estimated that among the roughly 1.3 million active and licensed lawyers in the United States, 378 were involuntarily disbarred that year. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if many of you are aware of this. Most lawyers that are disciplined are Black lawyers. It's a fact. You can look this up yourself. Most lawyers that are disciplined in America are Black. Okay. When it does happen, disbarment is harsh discipline. In states such as Nevada, one of the 5 where Pascrell filed complaints against Giuliani, disbarment permanently locks a lawyer out of practicing law in the state. He insists that such punishment is warranted now. Failure to hold Giuliani and his crew accountable by revoking their licenses will only invite further abuses by bad actors and push America closer to lawlessness. Well, America's already a lawless place. Y'all, you don't follow your own laws. And that's always been a big problem in America. See, they want to enforce laws on one group of people, but let the other group go under those same laws. I mean, it's a joke what goes on up in here. And you expect to be taken seriously, right? Cummings, a UCLA professor, said it is unlikely that Giuliani will be disbarred in any of the 5 states where Pascrell filed a complaint. More plausible, Pascrell's grievances may prompt an investigation of Giuliani's conduct that yields a lesser sanction. State bar associations can publicly or privately mete out discipline that includes written reprimands, corrective coursework, monetary fines, and temporary suspension. These kinds of complaints raise the public profile of cases and put pressure on bar association to take action, said Cummings, who suggests that there's a strong case for discipline against Giuliani because of his behavior, both in and out of the courtroom. But, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, these acts of trying to overturn the election, trying to deny, that the system failed. And I mean, if that's the case, the system failed through every president. There's always been issues with elections in this country. And there's always been deliberate acts of trying to block people's vote. And we in the Black community know that better than anyone else. So your system has always been corrupt. What's going on with Trump is more proof and further proof that it's corrupt. But see, Trump is the face of what these people are like when they lose. Okay, he didn't just represent them as a president, he's representing them as he lost the presidency too. They don't take losing very well. Okay, you prevail because you keep giving each other a pass, not because you really truly prevailed. Okay, there's a huge difference. But I'm not surprised. Look, Trump is a very entitled person, and so are members of his legal team, like Giuliani here. These are very elitist, entitled people. They feel they're entitled to things they didn't even earn. That's how entitled they are. So I'm not surprised these males are conducting themselves as they are, conducting themselves as we have seen for a lifetime. And you're going to see much more of this in the future, y'all. There's many sore losers in this country, not just Trump and his supporters. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.